Moving on to other stories. Following President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's promises to reform the economy for the long-term good and fighting the major imbalances that have plagued Nigeria's economy and ending the subsidy and the preferential exchange rate system, among many others, cross-sections of Nigerians have reacted to the broadcast, saying though it is a well-thought-out speech, they emphasize the government must take action to implement policies and programs that will affect the masses and not just mere rhetoric. Correspondent Gabriel Odia files in this report.
An economist and others lauded the president's speech, which touches on agriculture, manufacturing, small-scale industries, students, traders and transportation, but said it didn't speak on refinery, which is the main issue. They, however, observed that the government's intention for now is to douse tension within the polity as a result of the subsidy removal to reduce suffering of the masses.
The IGP has done is actually a progressive step, the way they had said. And so I feel that the Special Protection Unit should take over at this point in time, because the mobile police officers are actually trained to also tackle crime, but their crime should be well placed in the society in terms of tackling crime.
My advice to the implementers of this policy is that with the withdrawal of the policemen from these VIPs, there should be an adequate arrangement put in place to also provide security for these VIPs.
It's a welcome development. You see, the Mopo are the last men standing. In the police force, we regard to them as the gallant officers. They are supposed to be at the war front, not to be at the VIPs. So I think it's a welcome development.
Some of the respondents say government must put machinery in place to guard against manipulating the planned loans to some targeted group for them to succeed, like the farmers, traders, small and middle-scale industry. Otherwise, the plan is doomed to fail.
The regular force can stand in, can equally do the same job. They don't need to panic. I think that's the right thing to do. They should use the regular police force.
The Special Protection Unit will begin to tackle that. But I would say that once you bring back the mobile police officers to the society to combat crime, to comb crime out of society, they should do that very well.
Meanwhile, they called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make the refineries in Nigeria work again, in addition to that of Dangote, as this will help the system to work and ease the suffering Nigerians are going through.
Politicians are having their ways the wrong side, and because of that, the people are crying. That's why there's a high level of insecurity in Nigeria. So Nigerians should learn to do the right things. And the politicians, once they are doing the right things, the people will love them.
I think I've seen some level of seriousness. Besides, governments are differently. You cannot find government behaving in the same direction, because previous government came on board. Such promises were not achievable, or such promises were not reached after the decisions were made public. But I've seen that the body language of the IGP and, of course, the government of the day is one that one can